it's Cassie and welcome to This Budget Life. Today I am going to be doing another budget with me, and this is going to represent the second paycheck of the month of December. So again, before I begin, I just want to provide some context that both my husband and I are salaried employees. He gets paid weekly and I get paid once a month. So that's why this paycheck is just going to represent week number 2 of all of our paychecks. So we can go ahead and get started. I'm in my budget by paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom, and we've got, let's see, a blue pen today, my green highlighter, trusty calculator, and of course can't live without the whiteout. Now this budget with me is going to be pretty interesting because there's a couple things, that are going on this month. Mainly Christmas. But if we take a look at what I have going on this week, this paycheck is supposed to cover December 9th all the way through December 15th. And there's a lot of stuff coming out of the account for this week. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bills coming out. And now I'm really worried that I didn't actually account for all of them. So I guess that's what we'll check out with my budget by paycheck worksheet. But you can see all the highlighted things, all the things that were supposed to come out for last week did come out. There is a bit of rollover in my checking account right now, but I specifically transferred that money from my savings account over because I wanted to purchase some clothes for my son. He is busting out of his 6 to 9 month pajamas, so I absolutely had to buy him some new clothes. So there's a little bit of rollover, but all of that money I put toward purchasing him some new clothes. Target was having a sale on their baby clothes, so I wanted to take advantage of that because he really, really needs them. So I'm actually not going to account for any rollover, and we are just going to budget this paycheck as if the only thing I have in the account is the paycheck that was just deposited. The other thing that you'll find interesting is I've crossed off a bill right here. This is my Audible subscription. I've actually put my Audible subscription on pause until February. I just felt like I wanted to at least give myself a little bit of breather for this month because I saw how crazy it was, but also I have a ton of books that I've got on there that I can listen to. I've got Scribd, which is another book service that I am subscribed to, so I can listen to things on Scribd if I run out of things to listen to on audio. So I'm covered for books right now, so I did put my Audible subscription on pause for the moment. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip to this week. And again, this is covering the paycheck for December 9th. Now I'm really nervous that I didn't, I probably made an executive decision earlier, and that's why there's some white out here, because I saw how tight it was going to be. So yeah, I was right that there was something that I didn't account for. So it looks like I've got $124 that I owe Care Credit, which is my Synchrony credit card. I really hate that credit card. It's for dental work that I had done. That's due on the 14th, but it looks like I'm pushing that credit card off just so that way I can survive this week with all the other stuff. I feel like that was probably the only one I could have pushed off. So I want to share that I'm doing that this month. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who have done the same thing. So I'm going to push it off probably until this paycheck. I don't know when I accounted for it. So I guess we'll have to take a look at my other worksheets of when I have myself picking that bill up again. This is the main reason why I really want to get 1 month ahead on my bills, because with all the stuff that is due kind of around the same time, I would really like to get 1 month ahead on my bills so that during the month with each weekly paycheck, I can just set aside the same amount toward all my bills, and hopefully this kind of scenario won't happen again. So the paycheck total was $1,117.03, and so that's what we're going to work with. Now, I've got my first bill is AT&T, so that's my internet bill, $87.99. Texpo is power, or my electric bill. Now, I have it budgeted at $150 because that's my estimate, because the electric bill could change, but that's an estimate on the high end. Hopefully it's not going to be that much. We haven't, what drives up our cost is going to be our air conditioning, and since it's December, we haven't really been utilizing air conditioning. I don't really think we have our heat on too high. It's not very cold out. Like, I think today it was 80 degrees. Anyways, the good news is that we're not using our air conditioning, so hopefully that number won't be so high. Once again, I've got my daycare cost, $323.66. I explained in my last cash stuffing that I don't live near any immediate family members. I have, my most immediate family member is my brother who lives in Colorado. So there's literally no one that I can turn to for childcare. So that's why I have such a high daycare cost. And my son is still in the infant room, so that cost is also astronomical. I have one credit card, the American Express. I have my Scribd subscription. I have a Planner Perfect subscription. I've got ESPN Plus. That is probably one of the only entertainment subscriptions that we still have. Because that's what my husband uses to watch sports. And then I've got another credit card coming out, the Discover card. That's my husband's card. OneDrive is cloud storage. And then this is our gym membership at $130 a month. This one's interesting. I always kind of struggle with this one, but this is the rate that we pay for 2 people for our gym membership. We've been grandfathered in for forever. And I'm always looking at that one being like, dang, I really should use the gym more because of how much I'm paying per month. But if I were to cancel it, then I will no longer be grandfathered in, and the new rate would be $130 just for one person. So we're paying, $130 for 2 people. So that's just something that my husband and I have talked about, and we are not going to cancel that. Okay, it looks like the last time that I added all of these up, it was supposed to come out to $983.93. Ouch. This is gonna be the tightest week in the entire month of December, just the way that the calendar worked out. But the nice thing is that this is technically a golden month. We do have 5 paychecks that are coming just for the month of December. So my strategy for this week is to do pantry eating and call it a day, do what I can. So there's not actually going to be a very large cash stuffing for this one, but let's double check and make sure the math is still correct. Okay, $983.93. That did not change. So that means that my leftover should also not be changing. $133.93. Did I have... Oh gosh, did I invert those numbers? Let's do this again. Okay, I did. Whoopsies. Okay, so it should be 133.10, and 133.10 is what we have to play with our variable spending envelopes. Oh. Yeah, I've been talking in my last couple of budget with me's and my last couple of cash stuffings that I was looking ahead at my numbers for this week specifically. So I knew that this week was going to be tight. So I have been preparing for this week by stocking up on household items, stocking up on groceries, so that I don't have to do much for groceries this week. And as a matter of fact, let's move this up a little bit so we can see. As a matter of fact, I'm actually not going to put any money into my grocery envelope, and I'm gonna eat purely from my pantry this week. So that gets nothing. For gas, I'm going to give my husband and myself $50 instead of $60. $60 would be like if we both filled up on our gas tank. Oh no, we've got a wedding to drive to. And that is quite a ways away. Well, I guess we're both getting $30. I have a lot of gas left in my gas tank, but I know that we're gonna take my vehicle to the wedding that we have going on because mine's the bigger one. So it's just always we take my vehicle. So yeah, never mind. Even though I've got quite a bit of gas still left in my gas tank, I'm probably gonna need to fill up within the week because I know we're gonna be driving quite a long distance. My Starbucks is still gonna get funded. I have said this before, I have an addiction and it's really bad. And I used to go like 3 times a day to Starbucks. I'm trying to cut that down to 1. And so if I go once a day to Starbucks daily, that should be about $30. I'm not able to quit cold turkey. That's like my secret, not so secret shame. Like literally everyone I work with knows that it's also an addiction. So let's just go ahead and put $30 down there. So if I take 133, 10 minus 90, what do we have left? $43.10 to play with. Okay. Now I've changed my category here. I used to call this spending, but I think like spending and fun money are just gonna become the same envelope. And I've now created a daycare envelope. This week in Adventures in Daycare is all the Christmas things coming up. So they originally sent out 1 email and I was like, oh, perfect. We can totally swing this because I just started that daycare envelope. Well, what happened was that they were adopting a family to purchase gifts for. So that was 1 email. Then the next email that I got was that we're doing donations to give to our staff, like all of the staff and faculty at the daycare, to include like all of the support staff, the cook and chef that they have on hand, and the classroom teachers. So if we want to contribute to that, that's an additional donation. And then next week, Wednesday, they're doing my son's classroom party. And so the students are doing a book exchange. Now that shouldn't be too expensive because they're infants. So it has to be like an infant book, and those are never expensive. So I think I could probably get away with like $10 toward that book purchase. So that's what I'm gonna put in his daycare envelope. They totally caught me off guard. I could, maybe actually, you know what I should do? I should take the 20 that I have sitting in my son's sinking fund right now and use that toward that daycare cost. Okay, so that's not gonna get anything. Fun, no fun this week. Miscellaneous, I'm not gonna put anything in. Here's the other fun thing that's going on this weekend. This weekend's really crazy busy, and it's like the most obnoxious weekend to not have any money. But the 2 events that we have going on are kind of free. Just have to get there and purchase a wedding gift. So I'm kind of all over the place with this one. So the reason why I'm thinking about this is I'm gonna stuff my son's envelope with $10. We're gonna give him $10 this week because I have to buy him some swim diapers. We're going to a company holiday party, and it's taking place at a hotel convention center / water park. And the cost for the water park is already taken care of. I literally just got the email about all the details, and they're giving us 6 water park wristbands. There's only 3 of us, and are they going to charge me for my son? Anyways, my son's 9 months old, but he loves water, so I want to introduce him to a water park and like the little splash area. But he doesn't have any swim trunks or any rash guard. He doesn't need a rash guard. It's indoors. but I don't have any swim diapers. So I'm gonna pick up some swim diapers. $10 should cover that. And then he should be taken care of. My dog, she's not gonna get anything right now. I just bought her a new bag of dog food and she still has some rollover funds, but I have other weeks that I can really beef up her envelope to get her nice and stocked up. So she's not gonna get anything. So I guess that leaves $33.10. And I do need laundry detergent. So I'm gonna put $20 in household and $10 in beauty and health. So then I should only have $3.10 left over. Oh, that's funny. That's how much I had left over last time. That's funny how that works out. Okay, so 60 is $130. And I already knew that this week wasn't going to get anything for sinking funds, extra debt, or extra savings. So we're just going to leave that $3.10 in my checking account as just a baby cushion. And that's it. That is literally it. Okay, so cash stuffing should be pretty straightforward because I never pull cash out for Starbucks. All right, let's see what I'm pulling out. So that was really easy. I'm only pulling out $100. I don't even have to go to the bank for that. I can just go to the ATM. Wow, okay. Okay, wow, this was like the easiest budget with me of my life because of how tight the budget is this week. That's just how it's gonna go. Like I said, there is some rollover in there, but I'm gonna act like that's not even there because of how tight we are. I just wanna make sure that I don't overspend anywhere else. I'm really well stocked up on food. I think the big thing this week is really just gas because we're going to be driving around to a couple of different events, but the events should be all taken care of. Well, that's cool. So I'm going to pull out 3 20s and 4 10s from the ATM and just make it really simple on myself. And I will still do a cash stuffing, even though it's going to be very, very small. But there's some things that I'm going to transition out of sinking funds. I've got a few little rollover things that happened from last week. So just a quick update on those. And that'll be another quick video for the week. All right, so look at that. Don't even have to go to a teller. We're just going to go straight to the ATM for that amount. And I didn't even need to use my whiteout on this week. I did have to check my math a couple of times, but it wasn't as extensive as it has been in the past. So I hope this video, once again, was super helpful for anybody who is on a tight budget and, just wanted to see how I'm going to try and make things work. And really a lot of my preparation leading up to this week is how I'm going to make it through. If I hadn't stocked up on groceries, if I hadn't stocked up on household items before this week, I don't know what I would have done for all the gas and all the groceries that I would have needed to get. I mean, I'll be honest with myself, I could have lived without Starbucks, knowing that it would have been a very, very, very terrible week in my life. But if that's what I had to do, that's what I would have had to do. So I'm not above, cutting out those extra things in my life. But thankfully I didn't have to because I did do a lot of preparation for this really, really tight budget week. Okay, leave me a comment in the comment section below. What do you do for your own budgets when you're in such a tight spot, the way that I am right now? Like, have you ever gotten caught off guard with how many bills are going to be going on in the month, and found yourself in a tight spot? That's the reality of a lot of people, and I'd be interested to hear how you make it work yourselves. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. That's how we can help my channel to grow. I'm having so much fun on my budgeting channel, so I really hope that you'll join me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.